So again, that particular home that we just looked at is 5023 Monteith Drive, and that's in Spring, Texas. It is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's just under 1,550 square feet of heated living area. You can see the space on the inside of the house. But obviously, like everything else, it comes with its trials and tribulations based off of its age. Now, that home is priced at $199,900, but it does have multiple offers on it, which in essence, what that means in this specific market is the price is going to end up increasing. Now, we're not seeing quite as many multiple offers on properties. 3 months ago, we were seeing an excess of 15, 20 offers on some properties, pending their locations and prices. And the demand is definitely starting to decrease at this point, given the rise in interest rates. So how it works is the Federal Reserve, and sets our monetary policy here in the United States, as well as, various other countries. Every country has their own Federal Reserve. So when we start going through times of inflation, like what we're seeing at this point, the Federal Reserve steps in and they increase interest rates. And what that does economically is it helps to push back demand and push back people from purchasing things, because it's increasing the total interest that it's taking to actually attain that asset. So if you go to Walmart and your interest rate before all this happened was 10%, chances are your interest rate on that Walmart credit card now is exceeding that drastically, and it's meant to help reduce the amount of purchasing that you're doing, because the amount of interest that you're going to be paying over a set duration of time. And the Federal Reserve is doing that with the actual home interest rate. So they actually lend to the banks like Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, any of those institutions, and they give them a set interest rate, which is referred to as I think it's prime or index. So we'll just say hypothetically they're giving them the money at 3%. Well, that specific bank has to make money on that specific loan, so they are therefore increasing the interest rate to 7 or 8%, so that way they're making anywhere from a 3 to 4% spread. Now, it doesn't seem very lucrative for us as consumers, but that's why they call them banks. Banks are in it to make money. They don't want your home. They want your money, plain and simple. So if you have questions, you want to learn more about the economic fragility, how Economics 101 works, I do have a bachelor's degree in healthcare administration. I've been doing real estate since 2004. I've seen the highs, the lows, everywhere in between. And unfortunately, right now, what we're seeing is going to be the new norm. These rates have been super low since the last recession, and they did that to try and push the economy along when the last recession happened. Now, since they started passing out money like candy during, the whole COVID era, that's really what sparked our inflationary trend that we're seeing at the moment. Beyond that, it's been, people haven't been having to make student loan payments. I'm one of them. It sucks. It's part of life. But luckily, I'm almost paid off on my student loans because I took that grace period to pay them off at 0 interest. So take the next best financial step for you. Obviously, owning a home is not for everybody. I'll be the first one to say it. But if you have the capability of doing so, it certainly beats renting, because renting, it's 100% interest. If you're paying on a mortgage, you're investing in your future. It's automatic equity. And what equity is it's basically like a miniature savings account that you can have later on when you decide you're going to sell your home. You want to be able to cash in, as many people have been doing over this whole pandemic period, and they've seen increases in their equity by 50%. So if you purchased your home back in 2016 for $200,000, chances are right now you're well above that $200,000. I know mine went up to almost $400,000, so I've got over $180,000 in equity, not to mention everything I've already paid on my home in terms of principal over the past 6 years. So take into consideration your finances, where it is that you want to be at. You know, the house can be great for later on future purposes, for retirement, you're downsizing. You know, essentially you want to pay off some bills, but I don't suggest using your home as an ATM. Do not refinance unless you are saving a crap ton of money, because otherwise it costs you anywhere from $6,000 to $15,000 depending on how much you're refinancing to, and they're tacking that on to your overall principal. My name is Mary Dover. I'm with Coldwell Banker Realty. Been doing this since 2004, currently in the Houston region as well as the Houston suburbs, and I'd love the opportunity to be able to assist you in your home buying or home selling adventures, and I can definitely help you to facilitate a great outcome. Have a blessed day, guys.